Welcome to Pitch It Good.
Hello.
I like this little trademark thing that you've given yourself.
I don't know where that's come from.
I don't know. I like it
every
though.
week.
Yeah, it's very whimsical.
You imagine if I just came on and went, all right.
Yeah, it'd be jarring.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it. It's not a nice, gentle way to introduce myself to the podcast.
How you doing, Paul?
Yeah, very good. very good. I have risen from the dead. I don't know what's going on.
Well, have you watched any films this week?
I have. I watched, and I've got to try and remember the name of it now. It was called See How They Run.
See How They Run.
Which sounds more lofty than it is. It's like...
It's about 3 blind mice.
No, it's like a comedy about a guy who gets killed at the theatre. It's just pretty good. Yeah, I liked it. There's not a huge amount to say. It's really good. It's on Disney Plus. Give it a watch.
Sounds brilliant.
No, it is good.
Can't wait to put this on the fucking watch list.
It's been a little while since we recorded and I can't remember a thing about it. I watched it last week.
Great review.
Watch the trailer. It's very good. You don't come here for reviews.
What do they come here for?
Lukewarm banter.
Oh,
have you seen anything?
Yeah, I watched the film. I don't know what it was called, but I was in Spain and I watched it, and it was a film about the Bible, and it was all in Spanish. It was on, and it looked interesting.
La biblioteca.
Yeah, it was El Diablo. Yeah, no. I obviously I knew what was going on because I know the rough story.
You know the Bible inside and out.
Yeah, I've done a nativity play in my time.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But no, it was I couldn't understand a word of it, and it was about the Bible, and it was like done in the 70s or something.
You're just like Jesus. I know that one.
That was the name of the guy at the front desk. But what else have you been up to, Paul?
Right, so these are never good. They're getting so worse. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago I had a little tummy trouble?
Yes.
Popped out an egg.
Popped out an egg. Man egg.
Yeah. Now I thought those days were behind me. I thought it was one off. Didn't bother with the GP. I was like, we've all done it. It's one of those things that everyone goes through at once. Yeah, you always lay an egg, and then you try and sell it.
Yeah.
It's come back.
Oh, it's come back.
But not the same.
What, the same egg?
No, thank
you know
Father.
Hatch. Yeah, fucking hatch.
No, I've been laying, mercifully, not
Okay.
one big egg, lots of little eggs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got myself a little deal with a major UK supermarket chain.
Okay.
Paulie's Little Whoopsies.
Paulie's Little Whoopsies.
Selling those in terms of the holiday.
How much did you make?
£62.
£62.
I did. British pounds.
So you're cash hot.
Cash hot time rich.
Which means that you need to spend this on something. And what do you want to do, Paul?
Let's make a fucking movie.
Let's make a movie like we do every single week. And of course, Paul and I have no imagination. It's quite obvious. No.
We've started recycling old money-making schemes.
Yeah, no business. No business being on any sort of medium. So we've decided to invite someone in who has a great imagination, who's very, very funny. And as well, a treat. He's a return guest.
Return of the Mac.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. Let's cut that out.
So everyone, please welcome, I say everyone, we're the only ones here. Welcome studio, the pride of Carmarthen, Mr. Carwyn Blayney.
Oh, I was waiting for a round of applause. You said everyone.
I don't have a round of applause button.
Well, we've got hands. And I think that should be something. Let's just get this in nice and early.
Yeah,
I like it when you listen to American podcasts with live audiences, and American audiences will clap at anything that they've watched.
Yeah.
Or heard of.
Yeah.
And I want you two to do that with me.
Okay.
I want like more of that sort of, if I say I was, on stage at blah, 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 and you happen to remember it, clap.
Yeah.
Yeah, a whoop. That, we need a bit more of that. So I'm glad actually I've got that off my chest.
Okay, right. So yeah, we can. We're good at catering for guests. I think applause and a whoop is.
Yeah. At little instant achievements and places I've been on stage or little credits. If I happen to say I walked by the Phoenix Theatre the other day. I know that I wasn't actually in it. Thank you.
Woo!
Good. Now,
Yeah.
I can say, Hello, you two.
Have we warmed you up?
You two are here.
That's
Flying. We're flying.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is a 3 out of 10.
He's off. How are you doing, Carwyn?
Very well.
Good. You're looking well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've been trying to grow this.
Yeah,
I won't say what. I've been trying to grow this. So anybody listening, what is it? Does he have a plant in the studio?
It's a surprise.
I've been trying to grow this. I could be like tapping my belly or something like that.
It could be.
I've been trying to grow this, and we'll just leave it like that.
Well, since you were here last time, we've got the video clips.
Okay, well, it's facial hair.
Oh, what a spoiler already.
Do you know what?
Carwyn, have you watched any films recently?
I love watching films.
Do you?
Just all and more.
You said that like you were being interviewed by the FBI.
I do like.
I love watching films. I've seen them all.
I've seen none of them.
I'm going to give political answers to everything. Just
Nice.
Me and films go way back. I did watch not the very new Ghostbusters.
Right.
But the one before. I was going to say the new
Ooh.
Ghostbusters, but there's been many new Ghostbusters.
There's always a new one, isn't there?
And I've sort of dipped in and out of a few. So this one came out, was it just pre-COVID maybe?
I was gonna say
Paul
2019.
Rudd and then a really young cast.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's really good.
Really, really good.
It was one of them things where I stuck it on as a bit of just put it on the background, kind of wasn't actually like committed to watching it. But then, when my time was up, whether that was bedtime or
Bedtime.
yeah, I'm very strict. You don't have this physique by just slobbing about. And it's all about bedtime.
Yeah.
You'll hear The Rock saying that quite often. Bedtime.
Is
And
that
they ask him, like, do you like chest, bench press, squats? What is your thing? And he'll say, bed time.
Is that one of his finishing moves?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now
You smell the Horlicks. They used to cut that bit out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I watched that one, and it was one of them ones where it was like, even though I had to cut the film short for whatever reason, I couldn't wait to get back and keep watching it. And when I went to settle down the second time, because I'd already decided that I liked the film, I got myself a bag of popcorn. I like watching a film properly, and I will get annoyed at people that kind of like talk through it or. Well, just that really. I guess there are other things. Fart through it.
Oh, God.
I hate it when people fart through it or just start stripping through it. I hate it when people start painting the TV screen as well. I hate that, just start and you go, wow, man, I thought talking through it was bad.
Yeah. Oh, all those things are not good film etiquette.
The question is, sorry, no, it's your podcast. I shouldn't be asking questions.
The last time I went to the cinema, there was a woman a couple of rows in front of me on her own, playing on her phone, watching the film, and I just spent the whole film trying to work out what her motivation was.
That's awful, isn't it?
Like you're not with anyone. You're not forced to be here.
Well, the last time I was here, what I was going to ask, just to make it clear that I've already ignored your little...
What was his name?
The last time I was here, by the way, pleasure being a returning guest.
Our first returning guest.
Yeah.
You hadn't watched many films.
No, but I've watched a few more.
Oh, good.
As you found out this week with me watching a Spanish Jesus film.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good. Because it was Viva Rock Vegas. Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So a sequel to the Flintstones, yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Viva Rock Vegas was one of my top.
I remember you talking about that, and well, just that fun we shared when you announced on a film podcast that you don't really watch films.
No,
But I'm glad, by the way, you're still both here. Look, you're looking well.
Yeah, we're all right, aren't we?
Are you okay churning out the films? Has everything been okay like that?
Yeah, it's been great. We've had some brilliant guests. We've had some dross.
This is so good to hear because there aren't enough men doing podcasts at the moment.
No. We're not talking about crypto. We're not talking about ice baths.
You haven't heard the film yet? Hold on.
Crispo.
Crispo
Ice Bath.
Crispo Ice Bath is the main character of this film, right? So let's get into it, Carwyn. Let's get into your film. What is the genre of your film?
I'm an open book. I'm here for you.
Okay.
When you said we need you back, that said it all.
We need you back.
You know,
yeah.
the saying, oh, we've had guests and stuff like that, and yeah, the churning out films, but asking someone to come back, I understand.
We need someone to save the day.
I'm feeling like you're just lacking a little something, is it?
Ideas is one of them.
Ideas. How much money are we talking?
£62.
£62.
Good.
It's a lot more than last time.
Yeah. What was it last time?
30 something.
£32.
Goodness.
Yeah.
That's like sort of roughly double.
Yeah.
TikTok money.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah, it's going. Yeah.
What's
Do we have TikTok? Why don't I have any?
what's popular at the moment?
What is
Not this.
yeah. Film podcasts. What is popular at the moment? That's a big question because I don't know. I'm not down with the kids, Carwyn. I don't know what's going on.
I'd say murder mystery.
Yeah,
Murder
I mean
mystery.
that's what.
There's a lot around.
There is a lot around, isn't there?
I just saw a great one.
You can. Which one?
Now let's see how they run. Yeah.
Oh, is that a murder mystery?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like a whodunit.
Yeah, it's very popular.
Yeah.
People like a whodunit. And what I like is using something that's in to help something that's out.
Okay.
So what is out?
What is out? This podcast.
What's on the way? What's a challenging situations on the way out? Fitbits?
No.
Fidget spinners.
I do know
Fidget spinners.
Fitbits. I think they're fascinating.
Yeah. All right.
So no, not Fitbits. They're still. I'd say jazz.
Jazz.
No,
Jazz is
so
timeless.
this is where it all begins.
Okay.
Love it.
It's a murder mystery about a jazz group.
A jazz group.
So and then all of a sudden you have this thing. People go, I love, Jim and Paul's. What's Paul short for, by the way?
Pauline.
Brilliant.
Are you okay with me just calling you Paul?
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah.
That's cool. J Hooks.
He's back.
J Hooks. And you fine with me calling
Just
you Paul?
Paul's fine. Yeah. The literal translation is just far too hard to say.
Oh.
Yeah. Even I can't pronounce it.
Oh wow.
He's named after the sandwich chain in there.
Oh
Yeah. He makes a good
Yeah.
sandwich.
Paul is short for Paul Sandwich Chain in London.
It's on his birth certificate. He has to show it at the door when he comes in.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, I bet that does get confusing. So it's a murder mystery. Let's get back on track. Someone needs to steer this ship.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to see that you've still got your armbands on.
I appreciate it.
Murder mystery about a jazz group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And obviously, though, we want it to be different to other murder mysteries.
Yeah.
So we'll get rid of the mystery
It's
element.
just a murder.
But you'll know who done it. Because that's the worst part about a murder mystery, isn't it? When
It's not knowing.
When you find out who it was and you go, do you know what? The film's over now. So if you start knowing who done it, then it feels like it's all extra. It feels like this is extra time on this beautiful blue marble we call planet Earth.
Wow.
Is this less of a who done it and a why done it?
Yes.
Oh,
and yeah, exactly that. You know who done it, but why, and where is he?
So where is this set?
In the UK this time.
UK?
I say this time. I don't know if it's been mentioned, but I've been on this podcast before.
Yes, and your last one was set in Chicago.
It was Chicago, isn't it? Because I was
yeah.
going for that family-friendly, everybody likes, family-friendly films, set in Chicago, that sort of comedy for all kind of thing,
Yeah. It's a second city.
But no, this will be, it'll be on the road in in
Travelling
the UK.
jazz band.
Most of it will be. I know.
Yeah.
That'll surprise people more than the murder mystery element, because that, of course, is solved at the start. We know who it was.
Okay.
It was John Rode.
John Rode.
John Rode killed one of the members in the jazz band, and here's the catch.
Okay.
Everybody that's remaining in the band know who was killed.
Right.
They've worked it out.
Okay.
They've noticed that someone's not there.
As you do.
I should do it in a jazz band.
and they go, okay, so the mystery element is gone.
What the person who got killed? So is John Rode part of the band?
He's the roadie.
Well, that's the thing. That's what the film's about.
Oh, right. Okay, right. So who is John Rode? Okay, John Rode. And who did he kill in the jazz band?
The drummer.
The drummer. Oh, very important in a jazz band.
Yeah. No, his beat came to an end.
Do we see the murder? Do we see the setup for that?
I think you hear it.
You hear it. So it's a black screen.
No. Credits.
Credits at the beginning.
No. Well,
the opening credits.
The opening credits. The starring whatever. Establishing shots is what they call it in the business.
Oh, really?
The establishing shots. Yeah, just to know where you are.
Yes.
So it starts. You got to go right. Like starts just planet Earth.
Planet Earth.
So we know, okay, this is quite like a real sort of scenario. It's almost like a real, it's here. Yeah. Then it gets closer and closer and closer until we know, okay, it's all on the M4.
Straight in on the M4.
Yeah. Too many films about Route 66.
Yeah. Too
many films. You get your kicks on Route 66.
You get more on the M4.
Yeah. You get more on the M4. So, so there you go.
Is that their first song?
Do they sing? Sometimes.
Yeah, maybe they don't sing in jazz. Yeah.
Nah, not much. I mean, it says, this is the sort of thing that we'll explore in the film. What is jazz?
Oh my God.
Why jazz?
12-hour film.
Yeah.
What is jazz? And so they're on the M4?
Yeah.
Are they moving or are they on the side of the M4?
It's all around. They're going from gig to gig, finding clues.
Right.
They're going... What?
Where was he killed?
Huh?
Where was the drummer killed?
He was killed in Lee de la Mer Services.
Lee de la Mer Services.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So that's where they start. Will it be where they end? Yes. Again, I'm not here for spoilers and stuff like that. Just people go, oh, I like suspense. Nah.
No, none of this.
Cut it straight away. So we know that it was John Rode from the start. And it's all about finding John Rode on the road.
Ah,
and
right.
That's
I see, yes.
Got you.
Yeah.
So it's all about like that. So yeah, and so they're like, oh my goodness, how are we going to continue? And they're thinking, well, we've got to continue for the legacy, for jazz, and to find out what's happened, because the police, they're not going to find out, are they?
No.
No. The police were interested initially. The police thought murder. Yeah, this is something that we could deal with.
Yeah,
and
that's the specialty.
They do that. They're like, murder. Yeah, no, we do that. Yeah. When do you want it? And so they, but then they say, yeah, well, he was a member of the jazz band. They go, sorry, member in our jazz band. And they go, oh, sorry, man, we don't do jazz. Who does jazz? You're on your own with this one. So they realize, okay, if we're ever going to find out why John Rode did it, and I guess that's the question. Yeah. Again, I thought there was going to be more. I like talking in threes, like why, where is he? Where
is he? So he's not the Lee de Mer Services.
And why would the murderer stay there?
I don't know.
It kind of gives it away then, isn't it? It's like,
it's just in the Costa being like,
do you know what? I got handcuffs in my pocket. Let's get this done. No.
Can't wait to take that clip out of context.
It's so it starts there, and they're going around. Unfortunately, that for them, they have to pick up the clues just wherever they go. They've got a gig in Swindon. They've got a gig down in Bristol. They've got a gig in Newport, and they're working their way up and down, just trying to figure out what's happened.
Isn't Bristol on the M5?
No. Well, you turn off the M4 to go to.
Oh, you do, yeah. So, they make a few detours. It's not strict M4 picture.
Are you going to be this pedantic? Paul, I'm saying that right, yeah?
Yes, you are. Yeah.
Paul. Have a word.
Paul. That better.
Like, yeah.
The saint.
Yeah.
I often think of myself like that, yeah. There's churches about me everywhere.
It's a big one. It's a big one down the road.
Yeah, I know. Come on, guys.
And so yeah, so that's the and there's obviously there were 5 in the band. It's just the 4.
Just the 4.
I know.
It's 4-piece.
So yeah, you got you got Betsy on the bass.
Betsy on the bass. Who plays Betsy?
No, she plays the bass. Do you understand musical instruments, Jay?
Oh no, yeah.
Who plays Betsy? I've been checking everything your way at the moment, and this is your money, guys. Who do you like these days? You know,
See, I'm imagining the Scooby-Doo gang. If I'm honest, playing
Yeah.
as a band, that's what I'm imagining. When you say Betsy, I'm imagining like Thelma on the bass.
yeah.
Scooby-Doo.
No, Paul.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
She's in the Scooby movie.
Yes, I didn't go very far.
You sort of no. Okay, well, she's an option. It could be her. It could be
Betsy Buffy on the bass. Yeah.
Do you know there's a lot of comedians getting into acting?
There
Stuff
are.
like that. You know, you got James A. Gaster in the new Ghostbusters and things like that, and you got things like that. So why don't we go with a comedian?
Oh, let's go with a
That's what we
comedian.
for,
James Acaster.
playing Betsy.
Yeah. It's a tough role.
Yeah,
He's
no,
had
I think
tougher.
the whole idea of starting with Planet Earth is we know it's going to be real, Paul. So as soon as we go down the line of sort of like a dodgy wig, and you're like, oh,
Okay,
let's stick with. I'm just picking a name out of the hat. Sarah Michelle Gellar.
He's such a piece of shit.
brilliant comedian.
I realised halfway through her name that 1, I don't know who she is, and
Buffy.
2, how many first names is that?
Yeah, she's got
Is that Sarah Michelle?
2
It's
first
very,
names, yeah.
very Welsh in a way. You know, you get a lot of that. Yeah, you'll get a lot of things like, you know, like David and things like that. And, you know, you just get 2 names, like Sian Ellen or something like that. They're both first names. And you just, that's, so, okay. You know, but hey, names, rules, let's break them.
Yeah, that's it. There's no rules here in this universe
So
we're
Betsy
creating.
on the bass, played by Sarah Michelle
Gellar.
Gellar.
Yeah.
SMG.
And then so we've got bass, and then we've got on the I'm trying to think of typical jazz instruments now. Of course, on the harpsichord you've got you got Harry
Harpsichord.
Harry on the harpsichord.
Yeah.
Is that fine with you?
No, it's great. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. And then you've got obviously you got Tony on the triangle.
Tony on the triangle.
Tony on the triangle, and then on the keys, and we've got keys already, of course. Sorry, we've got the keys because we got the harpsichord.
Yeah.
And then the other one, you got the bass. What else do you need in jazz? Really, the flute.
The flute.
Oh,
yeah.
On the jazz flute, you have Fiona.
Fiona flute.
Nice.
Okay.
Fiona flute. Betsy on the bass.
Betsy on the
Tim
bass.
on the triangle. Tim does a few things actually. Triangle's his, you know, where he starts, but he knows that triangle's that typical. Oh, let's name a funny musical instrument. Let's say triangle. You know, you know, let's try and be funny on a podcast. Let's say triangle. You know, it's typical and stuff like that. But he leans into it.
He really does lean into it.
He does lean into it. He's happy with that. He plays a lot of things. So he's good.
Really? What's he? Do we have a triangle solo?
Yeah. No. Yeah. They're very short usually because there's not.
It makes one noise.
Yeah, but quite often you'll go, God, that stood out. You know, he plays triangle, he plays cowbell, he plays Fortnite, he plays. he's
live
gifted.
on stage. Yeah.
And they go about from gig to gig and they start piecing the things together.
Right. So
Who killed the lead?
The lead
vocalist.
The lead vocalist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vinny.
Who also played the
Vinny
the vocalist.
Vinny the vocalist is killed.
Wasn't he the drummer?
No.
The drummer is.
You're thinking of the other.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, it's the drummer who died. Yeah.
He did both. He could do both.
No, keep up, guys. It's that he used to sing and play the drums.
Yeah. Sing and play the
and
drums.
that's hard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because sometimes he'd play the drums so loud he'd have to sing really loud, you know. And it was, but that was his thing, and people liked him for it.
It's a traveling jazz band confined to the M4. They're gonna love it.
They go everywhere.
But
But
right, okay.
during the sort of during this film, you could say story. You know, that's a word.
This leg of the tour.
Yeah, during this leg of the tour, it happens to be quite a lot. It's quite M4 based, but it's because the M4 helped contribute towards financing the film.
With the toll.
Yeah.
They've got rid of that. Do you know that? Yeah?
Have they really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So, because it was here the last time we were here.
Scratch that.
It was
from
what?
It was the toll was on the last time we were here. I think
What,
we
the
talked
Severn
about it.
Bridge?
Yeah,
No, it wasn't.
wasn't it? Oh,
Who is this?
Honestly, I don't know.
What
Everyone-
When
universe?
did you go to Wales last?
I don't know.
Well,
it's been a while.
do you know when you start talking about something, just know what you know.
I know what
The
you know.
toll.
If the toll is still there, I will throw you out the window. This is all a one.
They got rid of it ages ago. Ages ago.
I'm gonna get pinged next time I go to Wales. Carwyn!
This is just a big fucking. Oh, those guys are gonna get charged a fine.
This is how they get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was good times that.
So,
Yeah.
so Vinny the vocalist is dead. Right?
Vinny
So
the
he's dead.
vocalist
He's
is
been killed by
yeah.
John Road, and we're
John
going to
Road.
search John Road. And we've got a couple of
Where's he gone?
stops.
And why has he done it?
Why, why, and where, and how?
Well, we know where.
We know where.
oh no,
Lee
well,
de la Mer.
Lee de la Mer Services.
If you ever think where, think Lee de la Mer. That's something that that Vinny used to do. He used to do like jingles for the band as well. And he used to, that was his like side hustle. And then so that's one of the things they start exploring. They're like, did John Road, was he jealous of this side hustle?
Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
so jealous of the side hustle, creating jazz jingles for service stations
Yeah, for service stations. So
exclusively.
You got Cheveley, obviously.
What was that one?
Driving along in your four-wheelie. Come on in and visit us in Cheveley. That's what was Cheveley's one.
For fuck's sake. Okay.
I'm going to be really honest here. If we never make the end of the film, but we just do that for the next 20 minutes, I'll be more than happy.
That's what he used to do.
Okay.
He used to do, and there were members in the band that weren't happy that he was making a little bit of money on the side because there wasn't much money going around at the band. It was hard for them.
Yeah.
They'd go around and everything like that, and they'd try and be equal when it comes to sharing money about. But there was that thing of like, why is he doing this on the side? And so that's one of the ventures. So they go to Cheveley.
We go to Cheveley.
They go to Cheveley and look around for clues.
And this is so we're going to find the first clue in Cheveley.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the first clue?
He was in talks about releasing a new jingle for Cheveley. Yeah.
Oh wow! Like they weren't happy with the first one.
But the
or
first
really
one was
happy with the first
flawless.
The first one brought a lot of people to Cheveley, and it was clogging up the M4. And so they were starting to think, well, okay, we'll pay you double if you can come up with a jingle that gets people away from Cheveley.
And how did it go?
It went. Do you like queuing? No, not really. Then come along to Cheveley. And they'd be like, queuing? I don't like queuing. I'm not coming to Cheveley. And it was all that sort of leaning into things that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
And that's what they were starting to think of this. And so they're like, they start talking to their manager at Cheveley.
Right.
And then halfway through the little chat with them, he gets up and he leaves.
He leaves Lee.
He leaves. And where's he gone?
Where has he gone?
And they can't chase him down because their next gig, Bristol.
Okay,
so they're gigging in Bristol.
So what was the clue they found in Cheveley?
It was the chat with him.
The chat.
Chat with him.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He just leaves.
And he just leaves. So he's up to something.
Okay, he's up to something.
Yeah.
It's a really strong clue.
Yeah.
We're getting close to this. What did we learn? Well, we had a word with that man and then he left.
He left the service station.
Went.
Where did he go? Bristol.
Yeah.
Next stop.
This whole time, Betsy, it's hard for her because she was having a bit of a fling.
Oh.
Her heart
Little dalliance.
was in. I apologise to the mic. Her heart was in Vinny's hands.
Literally.
No, sort of poetic.
Poetic.
Poetic. That's the sort of thing we do in Wales. We like poetry. We used to like tolls, Now it's more about going back to that poetry, and it's that was what's called a metaphor.
Ah.
Is it? No, sorry, a metaphor is a anyway. I'm getting a little bit pedantic. What I was trying to say in the most complicated way possible. She loved him.
She loved him.
But it made sense that I explained it that way because love is complicated.
It really is, yeah.
It's like jazz.
Especially
It's like jazz. Paul, quickly becoming my favourite here.
Thank you very much.
Including me.
You were my favourite before I met you.
Wow. Paul.
I'm the third wheel on the date
cameras
this
here
week.
so they can see
Stop
me
the podcast.
blush.
Jim, leave. It's going to get weird.
So yeah.
Okay, right. So
there's Bristol's the next stop.
Bristol's the next stop, and she's obviously is she leading the clue hunt because she wants to avenge the death of her beloved Vinny.
Do you think that's what the police call them? A clue hunt. The investigation.
They need to keep things clearer, you know.
Yeah.
I
When it says investigation, I'm really not sure what's going on.
Yeah.
Clue hunt.
We got 267. What's that? It's a clue hunt.
It sounds fun.
Yeah. I'm going for a 1. That's a P. That's the only bit of police code that I know. Number 1 is P. Number 2 is poo.
Is it really?
And it all originated with the police.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
No, neither did I. But I'm glad we all know now.
Okay. Right. We're going to Bristol.
We go to Bristol.
We're going to Bristol on a clue
We're
hunt.
going to Bristol. And along we go to Bristol.
Bristol Services.
Where?
What's their jingle?
Did he... Bristol Services.
Do they have they can
I
have
don't know.
services.
He hadn't started coming up with jingles for
Nice.
that.
Nice swerve.
So he's doing all of this work on the side. He's
The
just got
4
yeah.
becomes a 3.
No, shut up. No.
Tim.
Oh,
Tim.
that's all right. Yeah, that's fine.
Tim Triangle.
Tim Triangle.
Gone.
No, he likes ducks.
So he's just gone off to feed the ducks at the Bristol Services pond.
He's gone off to feed the ducks.
I've had enough of jazz. I've had this
So
tour.
that's what he does. He likes to go like that. And in that time, remind me of the band names.
We've got Betsy on the bass.
Betsy on the bass.
We've got Harry on the harpsichord.
Harry on the harpsichord. Harry is killed.
Harry's killed.
gone.
Oh, right.
He's killed.
And how? So do we know how he's killed?
No, that in a way would spoil the story. We don't know how he's killed, but he is. But they plod on. There's just the 3 of them left. They got Timmy on the triangle. He's just come back from feeding the ducks. He's like, "What's happened? Like, where were you?
Is Harry's?
Where were you, Tim? Where were you? I was feeding the ducks.
Oh.
What's up with you, Tim? I'm just here to do my work, man. Like, we're all focused on the case here, Tim. And now we're down to 3. Do you have blood on your hands, Tim? And he's like, no, God, no, that was ketchup. Ducks prefer bread with ketchup on it. That's a scientific fact.
I'll say it again, Tim. Tim? You're fantastic at dialogue.
And so their eyes on Tim. Their eyes are on Tim.
Right.
Again, that's not literal. I should point that out to you. The eyes are still in his head, but he's looking. It's again poetry, and so they're stunned. They got 2 suspects.
2 suspects. So
Tim and manager of Cheveley.
Manager of Cheveley Services.
Yeah.
So has Tim got an alibi?
Yeah, he was at the duck pond.
It's just at the dung pond.
Yeah. Did you say dung pond?
I said duck pond.
The ding pond.
But a dung pond if ducks are living in it.
Thank you very much.
There's a pond near where I grew up called the town's called Plump, and I like it
That's
because
not a
it's
real
and there's a lake there called Lake Plump, and it sounds like the lake has been named after the noise a pebble makes when you chuck it into the lake. Yeah, well, what should we call this? Chuck a pebble in. Plump.
Yeah.
They're called Plump. Plump. It's such a good name, isn't it? Plump.
It's great.
It's fun to say. Plump.
Yeah,
Plump.
everyone go visit Lake Plump.
Yeah, visit Lake. It's a beautiful area.
And you're not going to get charged to go over the Severn Bridge.
Terrifying guard dog around the lake. I used to cycle.
The legend of Lake Plump.
Oh, I used to cycle that way a lot, and I'd cycle. I'd go, what's that?
You smell
And
the
I'd look
dog.
over. That's how scary it was. And it was what are those big Alsatian?
Alsatian.
Yeah, the
Big soldiers.
The Alsatian. They quite often they. Oh no, am I thinking of German Shepherd?
They're the same thing, aren't they?
Are they?
I think so. Yeah.
Is it? Well, I mean, it was a scary. So
Scary
yes, visit Lake Plump.
Watch
But watch where you step.
If you go to Lake Plum, watch your back.
Yeah, watch your back. Keep the nose to the sky.
Is Lake Plump going to be a stop on the tour?
Is it on the M4, Jim?
I don't know.
When you start saying something.
But this is a universe where it could be on the M4. We could extend the M4 as part of the £62 budget.
Realism. If you ask Martin Scorsese, what is there about films that are good? Realism. Even George Lucas said that. And he made Star Wars.
You say realism. You know this is a film about a successful jazz band.
I didn't say successful. I clearly said that they were struggling financially. That's all. That's a part of this. Things are brewing. So the Bristol's not being good. Where do they go next? It's Newport. They've crossed the bridge.
They've crossed the bridge. They're now in Newport.
Yeah.
For the third clue.
Does that have a toll? Does the Newport Bridge have a toll?
The Newport Bridge? No.
Okay.
But I just started remembering that when you drive past Newport, there's this fantastic big red dragon near the Celtic Manor, and it's one of my favourite things when I drive back home.
Seen this dragon?
I'm being serious now.
Yeah. It's not a guard
do you know
dragon.
this is sorry again. I'm dropping the fun. Bags. I'm dropping the fun bags and picking up the sentimental one.
Yeah.
I was driving back to Wales, having had a really nice time doing stand-up and stuff in London. Things were coming nice and whatever. And I was driving back, and do you know Spotify will do that thing where it'll do that shuffle where it recommends things, you know?
Yeah.
It recommend as I was going over the Severn Bridge, Green Grass of Home, Tom Jones. It was unbelievable. It was so good. I loved it. Yeah.
Those little moments are fantastic.
Yeah, they're great.
Do you think there's a way we could get Spotify to suggest our podcast in any of that?
Not with spelling mistakes. Carwyn Blayney.
Oh, was that? Did we do that?
Did he do that? I take no credit for that.
And I apologise for not knowing what Paul was short for. Carwyn Blayney.
Jim, he called me Paul.
Yeah.
All podcast. Split wrong.
No, I've spent a lot of time going back and forth over the M4. I've gigged in Cardiff. I've done drones. You thought I'd forgotten about that. Yeah. I've done drones comedy in Cardiff. That's a lot of fun. That's a good one. I've done a few nice ones. The one in Tiny Rebel. I've done that.
Sorry.
Gig that I've done. Thanks. Thank you. No, stop. Just seeing me everywhere, aren't you? So yes, it's Newport next. They've driven across the bridge.
Newport.
The 5 has become 4, has become 3.
3.
And obviously they've got their eyes on Tim and the triangle. They're like, this is. So yeah.
Yeah, they're watching him. Okay, and what's the clue that they find in Newport?
Finally, they're starting to get on about where the manager of Chieveley has gone.
Okay.
Right. And the manager of Chieveley contacts Betsy.
Contacts Betsy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, I know something, and I have to tell you. Meet me on the Severn Bridge at 7 o'clock. Okay, in the morning. Rush hour. I want people to be there to see our conversation on the Severn Bridge. But he's always found that hilarious. He likes it when words and numbers sound similar. He's called his daughter Floor because it's similar to 4. Well, anyway, we're going into that. That could be a spin-off film just focused on him. The manager of Chieveley, Charlie.
Charlie Chieveley.
And so it's 7 in the morning, and if you know anything about being on the road, you don't get up at 7 in the morning. You know, it's up and down. I'm doing hot water comedy soon, by the way.
Oh, excellent.
Guys, stop. Yes, a good gig there. Have you done that one?
No, not yet. No.
Very. Have you done that one? No. Sorry, I
don't do that.
Do you do stand up?
I barely do this.
You do a great job at this. I really enjoy this. This is fantastic. Great. I really recommend. Very good.
Cool.
Very
Yeah,
good
cool.
venue.
It's a good gig. It's a good gig. I've heard.
It's very good. Very good. Yeah, and you do your trial spot on a Sunday night. Excellent. Brilliant.
Excellent.
So, where were we? Meet me on the Severn Bridge.
Charlie Cheveley.
Charlie Cheveley. And
7 a.m.
And he's just contacted Betsy.
Just contact.
Before we get there,
Hello.
if you stick this landing, I'll be amazed.
What do you mean if I stick this landing? Wait, if this comes together?
Yeah.
That's such a nice turn of phrase.
Yeah.
It's one of the. As soon as I heard you say that, I was a perp. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to be using that turn of phrase now. I'm going to be using.
It's
if
a
I
gift.
stick this landing. It's good. It's so skater, man.
I think if anyone has seen me, they'll think, that guy skates.
He's a fine gymnast.
Yeah.
I'm developing this new stand-up bit about looking back at how the internet used to be and what's like now. One of the things I've been asking audiences, just because I wanna know, why is it that we've stopped referring to going on the internet as surfing the web?
Yeah.
Surfing the web. Surfing is so cool.
Yeah, surfing the web.
Webs are cool. Spiders, they're cool animals.
Yeah.
Surfing the web. But now it's just I'm going on my phone.
Yeah.
The fun is gone, hasn't
Some magic has been lost
Yeah,
around on the
surfing
internet.
the web.
Surfing the web.
Surfing the web.
I like it.
They get to the Severn Bridge. And
You can do it.
and so she's walking against the grain of the traffic. She's really getting on people's nerves. And she can see who's that over there. It is Charlie.
Charlie Cheveley's turned up.
Yeah. He's
Is she come alone?
It's weird that he's wanted to make this in, like, talking about in plain sight and everything like that, but he's doing it at rush hour and he's got a sign that says Betsy on it, like if you're waiting for somebody at the airport.
Okay.
Waiting for Betsy to come.
Surely it says Betsy on the base.
Yeah, Betsy. And Betsy's walking up and goes, Charlie! Charlie's not saying anything back.
Oh.
And he goes, Charlie, why is there a hole in your sign? Charlie, why can I see your guts through that hole? And he falls backwards. Boom. Whatever he was about to say, she can't. She looks around. She's panicking. Who's seen this? Who's seen this? And nobody saw anything. He looks up. She looks up. She looks up on the arches on the Severn Bridge. Nobody there. Must have been a very good sniper. But that's another clue gone.
Oh.
Gets back and yeah. So it's Newport's done. So it's back on the road now, and she's starting to get really crazed now. And she asks Tim, "Where were you this morning at 7?"
7 o'clock.
And Tim goes, "I was at the duck pond."
More ketchup bread.
Yeah. What's wrong with that? And,
Hoisin sauce everywhere.
the duck pond, she says. I've got my eye on you, Tim. And Tim goes, "What? No, it's in your socket, in your head." And she goes, "No, I mean, I'm keeping an eye on you. I'm suspicious of you." So they're back on the road and they're back the other way. They're going towards
Still
it.
gigging.
Yeah, well, they've got to take the money's tight, and
I think you killed them, but we've got a show.
we got a show. They're getting ready for the show.
No drummer, no singer.
Getting ready for the show.
Just bass and triangle.
Yeah, the very.
We're getting towards, things are coming together.
Are they?
And when it comes to the M4, where do things come together? Membury service station.
Now that has got to have a jingle.
Membury, come and see the team. Membury, coffee, would you like cream? Membury, we're on the road for you. Membury, Membury, do as you do you. You can be yourself at Membury.
I think it's true what they say. If you sing anything in a Welsh accent, it works.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful.
Tom Jones,
Yeah.
he's got a Cockney accent. So, speaking of Cockney accent,
Yes.
Tim.
Tim's a full Cockney, is he?
Tim is Cockney.
Nice.
Oh, hello. Hello. Right, listen, he says. Right, listen. I know you've got your eye on me, and you've explained that that's poetry. And I still don't quite get it.
This is really jarring, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, it's not bad, is it? No, it's shit. It's terrible, but I'm going to stick at it.
Yeah.
This show tonight, Membury was the last place. They're gigging in the service station. Oh God! That's how well they're doing. I just turned into Miley Cyrus.
Famous Cockney.
No, I like that creaky, oh my God.
Vocal fry.
That vocal fry, that's what they call it, isn't
Vocal
it? And
fry.
I find it hilarious where you got like girls from LA who, instead of feeling emotions, instead what they'll do is just describe how they're feeling. So you can tell them a funny story and they'll go, oh my God, that is hilarious. And you're like, you look really upset. No, I'm, oh my God, I'm creased. I'm dying. This is so funny.
I'm really laughing now.
I'm really laughing right now.
Yeah, right now.
So
Anyway,
back to it. Like,
Cockney Tim.
I'm going to tell you something after the interval.
There's an interval?
Of course there is, because
So I think maybe this podcast. I was like, what's happening?
Betsy, I'm gonna tell you something during the interview. Now you just keep you're saying about keeping your eye on me. I think there's somebody else that you need to keep your eye on. I was like, you know the whereabouts of John, don't you? And he goes, he's in the car park. Sorry, he's American. He's got multiple personalities.
He's in the parking
lot. He sometimes I forget, and he just becomes. He's in the car park. She's like, well, we've got to go out there now and catch him. And he goes, no. Let's do the first half of the show, and then I'll go out there with you. You can't go out there on your own, Betsy.
The show must go on at
So
the service station.
They do their set. They do their set, and finish the set. It's interval time. Goes off to the bathroom. Betsy's like, come on, we need to get into the car park. Where is Tim? And this time it's not a duck. He's killed.
He's killed.
And he's thinking. She's thinking. If it doesn't happen now, when is it going to happen? I need to. She's stressing. She's thinking, is she going to go back to drugs?
Oh.
I think it's important to have messages in films.
Yeah.
And this one's going to be about jazz and drugs don't go. That's the message. I've
famously go hand in hand.
They do.
Free jazz music.
I hope that's not too heavy, no?
No. Good. We'd like to give a good public service announcement.
I've always
Listen, kids.
I hope I'm not getting too emotional, but I've always been quite open with you about my drug use.
Yeah. Yes, and.
But
Yeah.
I've never touched them. That is how open I've been about my drug use myself. I've always kept that as a chip on my shoulder. I've let that be out there for the world to see. Yeah, I've had my issues with drugs. Yeah, of course, I've never touched them. That's the issue. And people are like, yeah. Anyway, so sorry. This is the point where the film's meant to be coming together, and it is. It's really coming together. And you're happy for me to tell you what happens?
Yeah,
because I know that we've taken away the mystery element. We know that it was John Road from the start.
Right.
You say
he's in the car park.
You say there's no mystery element. I have, honest to God, no idea what's going on.
Are you following this?
I think I'm following this.
Are you following this?
Yeah.
Should we do a very quick recap? So we know that now we're coming to a crescendo.
Let's do a fairly lengthy recap at the end.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what. Let's do it. Let's do it for Paul's sake.
Yeah, thank you.
What is that?
Well, it's a tablet. It's a notepad.
Your notepad's haunted. What is this?
I'm surfing the notepad. That's what it is.
You are.
No, it's good.
That's not paper.
It's e-paper, baby.
His pen looks like a pencil.
For any listeners listening, he's holding up what I can only describe as a possessed notepad. Anyway, it's right. So do you want me to do this or you?
I'll do this right. So, Carwyn Blayney, so far your film, and we're about to find out the end. It is a murder. It's a murder mystery without the mystery. It's
because we know it was John Road. It was John Road.
It was John Road. It's about a jazz group who have been touring up and down the M4. John Road has killed the lead singer,
Vinny.
Vinny the vocalist.
Vinny the vocalist who also plays the drums.
And then we're
going from gig to gig, finding clues.
Gig to gig.
Sorry, I told you to do this, and now I'm already taking over. You get that sometimes with like mums saying stories and stuff. Paul, tell him what happened. So he was in school the other day, and then she'll just say the story. Yeah. So keep going, Jim.
Okay. In Leadermare Services, they're
leaning into the Jingles thing. They think, is it Jingles man? They want to know about Jingles because there was that side.
Are you sure you've never done drugs?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Check that water bottle.
Water bottle.
And in there they find the first clue is that the manager, the manager of Leadermare Services just leaves.
Yeah. He leaves halfway through, and they're starting to think, well, he knows something.
Yeah.
Is it him? And they were tracking him down, but they got to go to the gigs. Whatever. Then suddenly we've got this tangent where Tim and the Ducks. It's like, where were you around that time, Tim and the Ducks? And of course, sorry, and it's very suspicious because Tim and the Ducks happens the same time when who was killed? It's Harry.
Harry Harpsichord.
Harry Harpsichord.
Yeah.
So it's not Harry because he's dead. Oh, it could have been, but anyway, Jim, carry on. We get to the Severn Bridge and we cross the Severn Bridge, and of course we do the gig in Newport where Charlie gets in touch and says, meet me on the Severn Bridge at 7.
Yep.
Back to the Severn Bridge. Charlie
holding a sign.
Holding a sign. Holding the sign. No!
Is that what the sign says?
Yes.
Can the hole in him be triangle
On
shaped?
one side of the sign it says no, so like drivers go past and go, are you here for me? And you go, no. Oh, I'm not. And then as soon as he sees Betsy, flips it over and it says Betsy. And he goes, Betsy knows. Yes, that's me. Yeah. Betsy killed. So that's another lead gone, and something's happening.
Yeah.
What's happening like that? And so we go back. We're in. We've come all the way back to Membury, where now it seemed like it could have been Tim on the triangle. Tim says, "Look, I know something like that," and then bumped off in the toilets, like that. And so now we've reached this moment, and so she runs out to the car park.
Yep.
And who's in the van but the other person in the group? Tell me her name.
Fiona.
Fiona Flute.
Fiona.
She's been very quiet this whole film.
She has been very quiet this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Fiona seems a little suspicious. And so it's like, what's going on here?
What is going on?
On here. And she's thinking, Fiona,
where have you been?
yeah.
Why are you
Fiona,
in the van?
why are you in the van? What are you doing out here? And Fiona's like, I was just taking a rest. What do you mean taking a rest? How can you concentrate? And she says, look, I know that losing Tim is sad, but I've got to get back focused. I got to think about my flute. and then Betsy says, Fiona, I didn't say anything about Tim being dead. How do you know that he's dead? And she's starting to like, oh my goodness. Okay,
that's lovely.
Do you know John Road? Do you know John Road? Is John Road with you? Are you working with John Road? And she goes, do you want to see John Road? Do you want to see John Road? Here's John Road. And she chucks a gun. It's the gun was called John Road all along. And so she checks, and is this an old John Road 66? Yeah, that's a John Road 66 gun. John Road was a gun all the whole time, so who've been chasing? It's been you, Fiona. It's been you. Yes, it was me. Yes, it was me. I also loved Vinny. I also loved Vinny. Vinny and I, we were going to set sail around the world doing jingles. That's what our thing was. And then he went off and started doing his own jingles. And I just couldn't bear it. I couldn't bear it, Betsy. I couldn't bear it. And I couldn't bear the relationship you were having with Vinny, Betsy. I couldn't bear that. And I knew that everything was coming back to me. It was awful. When Charlie knew what we were up to, so I had to kill Charlie. And Tim, well, I just didn't like his obsession with ducks. I just killed him as well. And now I'm going to have to kill you too. And that's when she realizes that she's already thrown the gun back to Betsy. And Betsy's like, but I've got the gun. And she goes, shit.
If that's how it ends again, after last time ending on just shit.
Correct.
For fuck's sake.
And it's like, oh, Betsy. Betsy's like, I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what I trusted you, Mum. Did you know that was coming?
Absolutely not.
Did you know that was coming?
No, I didn't.
Neither did I.
I thought this was a no suspense film and no mystery. You out mysteryed us.
I out mysteried you.
What a pro.
Boys, thank you for having me back.
Carwyn, where can we find you? What are you doing?
I'm. Please give me a follow on Instagram. That's always good.
Yeah.
That's always good. I'm trying to put as much stuff out. I'm trying to get my head around social media and stuff like that. I'm all over the place at the moment. Do you know I'm actually going to be filming a pilot sitcom, Welsh language one.
No way.
That's really fun.
That's amazing.
Brilliant.
Guys. Yeah, and it's a sort of biopic about my drug use. So nothing happens because I haven't done it.
It's Welsh Seinfeld.
Yeah. It's so there's that. That's very exciting. I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if you saw as well, but I did a variety show on S4C called Noson Lawen, which translates to a fun evening. Isn't that?
That sounds very wholesome.
That does sound fun.
Yeah, they occasionally get stand-ups on it. I filmed for that last year, and that came out recently. I'm going to be doing the Christmas special this year.
Oh, amazing.
So that's filming next week. So that's, there's a lot of fun things on the go.
Carl, what's the name of your film?
The final note played on the harpsy.
Final note played on the harpsy.
The final note played on the harpsy.
Lovely. Well, thank you very much, Carl, for coming in.
Thank you for
I'm
having me.
exhausted and I barely spoke.
Yeah. This was an easy episode.
I thoroughly enjoy this, and
It's a pleasure having you back.
No, thank you. No, thank you so much for coming out. And please go follow Carwyn on the socials, all the weird, wonderful things he's up to, because they are absolutely brilliant. This is going to be out in a day or so, which means on the 2nd of April, you're going to start to see tickets go on sale for our free live shows at the Edinburgh Fringe at the Gilded Balloon. It's thanks for that.
It's all right.
And we've got an improv stand-up evening in the Miller in London Bridge.
excellent. I love the Miller.
It's brilliant, isn't it? There we go.
Yeah.
Woo! 15th of April, and that's us. I don't know how to end it.
It's you. It's not me. I'm not doing any of that.
Thank you very much, everyone. Cheers, Carwyn.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Final note to me. No, thank you.